Hey everyone, my name is Alifya and I'm an artist here in San Jose, California. Today we are going to be painting a loose acrylic beach painting. I have an extensive class on Skillshare with warm-up mini color study exercises, so if you want to watch an extended real-time version of this painting, you can get a premium membership access free for 14 days. The link is in the description. Also, before we start, I just want to say a quick thank you to all my 10K plus subscribers. This means so much to me, and to show my appreciation, I will be doing a giveaway very soon. So be sure to follow me on Instagram to stay tuned for my giveaway. All of the materials are linked in the description. So you'll need paper towel, bowl for water, this tape, and as far as brushes, I just mainly use flat brushes, so any kind of flat brush will work, a large, medium, and a small. And then I also used a palette knife, but that's optional, but if you have one, that would be nice to use. For the paper, I used Strathmore acrylic paper, which I cut down to a 5x7. I used a palette, a glass palette, and also it comes with this little scraper, super easy to clean. And these are all the paints that I've used. They are linked below. You use whatever paints you have available. I also used gesso bright white acrylic primer. So this is used to prime your canvas beforehand. So here, starting with the horizon, I am just making a line 2 inches from above. The paper size that I'm using is 5x7 inches. I'm just going to roughly just draw out my waves just for placement purposes, although it will be painted over. So just a little line for me to remember, or just to kind of guide me as to what I need to do. So let's begin with the sky first. So I'm using sky blue, pink, and white. Use any flat brush that you have and make large strokes to cover the sky. Leave the bottom bit to add your light pink to it. Don't forget to lightly merge the two colors in between. Now switching to a smaller flat brush to start with the horizon line. I'm using Prussian blue directly to make a thin line by the horizon, and then I'm going to add some white to it to cover the second half of the ocean base. I wanted the ocean to have a gradient from dark blue to light purple. So here I'm using like a purple with white to add to the base of the ocean. Remember, these are just base layers. We will be building up slowly as we move along, but this just helps to break down our shapes better. For the sand, I am using Mars Orange at the top and Naples Yellow, which is more of like a peachy color, for the base, and mixing them two together in between. So this is a loose contemporary impression beach painting. So we are not looking for details, but simply an impression of waves here. So I'm gonna start with drawing a line across for the base of the waves using olive green. Doesn't have to be straight lines, it can be slightly wavy and crooked. Using olive green with white, I'm going to paint one more line beneath it. Keep them loose and quick, and feel free to make your strokes bold. Certain sections can be a lot more thicker, while certain lines can be thinner.
And me, still, I'm in this game, but without my closest friend.
I'm using phthalo green and a smaller flat brush this time to define the waves a bit more. Mix in some phthalo green, white and olive green, and add some tiny strokes to the waves in just a few places. This will give a variety of color and add some lowlights to your waves.
'Cause you reflect in everything. It's shining through the light in you. It shines so true. The light in you.
I wanted to bring some of the color to the sky, down to the ocean as well, to tie the piece better. So I'm using some sky blue and white and adding some brush marks to the center part of the ocean and just a few at the bottom.
Free, feel free to run. Make it once again.
While taking some white directly, I'm going to add some of the foamy bits of the wave. Using the flat tip of the brush, make some small thin strokes going across. For the bigger sections, use the side of the brush or the belly to get larger strokes. Another great tip is to hold your brush from the back and avoid holding it like you would a pencil. So this forces you to keep your brush marks loose and organic rather than painting in too much detail. Here's a close-up of the second wave. So think short, quick, bold strokes when making a loose style painting. Notice how I am using the brush from different angles to make the wave appear to be splashing upwards. So usually under the white foam you will have like a darker greenish color underneath it, along with some more of like some light green bits as well. So for the darker sections, I'm using olive green and a tiny bit of black if you would like. And then for the lighter sections, I'm using phthalo green and white. Again, this is a more loose interpretation of waves, so you don't have to be perfect. You just need enough of an impression of waves by giving it enough value with your darks and lights, if that makes sense. Using some white and a tiny smudge of sky blue, I'm adding just little strokes to this in between the waves to add some reflection. Add some watercolor strokes as well every now and then to create some nice movement to the ocean along with some reflection. This also adds a variety of brush marks, and it breaks up the predominant horizontal brush marks the painting already has. I'm also adding a bit of that peachy color from the ocean and some olive green to the waves to add a tiny touch of that sand to the ocean and to bring in some warmth. So now let's come back to the sand portion here. I'm taking some purple and green and adding very loose marks to the beach. I'm going to keep this whole section breezy and light with quick brush marks while keeping in mind to add a variety of brush strokes and color. Just to demonstrate different kinds of texture you can get, I'm using a palette knife here to top off the waves one final time. This is totally optional, but it's nice to just know. So using a small to medium sized palette knife, I'm using the front of the knife and the side of the knife to experiment with different textures here. So once you dab in your knife to the paint directly, you will just simply lightly apply it and layer it on while changing directions of the knife. I did want to reflect some of the pink from the sky to the ocean, so I'm using a bit of that with white to add to the corner, to the right corner. There we go, we are all done. Now let's remove the tape, the part that we have all been waiting for, and let's see what our final project looks like. A quick and simple hack: if you've got paint that bled through your tape, applying gesso directly to that area will fix it. And this completes our loose acrylic beach painting for today. An extended real-time version is available on Skillshare if you are interested to watch. It has additional warm-up study exercises and just a lot more details. You can also get a premium membership access free for 14 days. The link is in the description. Also, to stay tuned for my giveaway details, be sure to follow me on Instagram. And before you leave, please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button and notification bell so that you know when I upload. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye guys.